Greetings, one and all, and welcome to this math lesson. Today we'll be looking at a vectors problem. And notice that we have here for the column vectors x. So here we have a column vector x, 15, -8, and we have another column vector y, -3 and 4. And they're saying, we have given you these column vectors. Now we want you to calculate, well, what is z, right? What is z? Z is equal to 2x minus 3y. So we've given you what x and y is. Now, knowing that information, understanding that information, calculate z. So let us consider what the column vector z would be, right? What would that be? So we know that z, the vector z, and so I'm going to denote it by using an arrow to indicate that it's a vector. We know that the vector z is going to be equal to 2 times the vector x, okay? 2 times the vector x, and because it's a vector, we're going to put the arrow minus 3 times the vector y. Now, what is x? Well, we know that the vector x is 15 and -8, so let's substitute it there. So it's going to be 2 multiplied by the vector 15 and -8, 15 and -8, minus 3 times the vector y. And the vector y is -3 and 4. Okay, so now let us multiply. Okay, and so we say 2 times 15. Now, what is 2 times 15? 2 times 15 is indeed 30. So this is going to be 30. Again, 2 times 15, 2 times 15 is 30. And then next we consider 2 times -8. So basically, because we have this number out front and it's multiplying this vector, we multiply this number by the entries of the vector. So that means we have 2 times the first entry and 2 times the second entry, or 2 times the first number and 2 times the second number. And 2 times -8 is going to be -16. -16. Now let us consider this vector, and so, or this expression. So we have -3 multiplied by -3, and what is that? So -3 multiplied by -3 is going to be -9, okay? And -3 multiplied by 4 is going to be, oh, my apologies. -3 multiplied by -3 is +9, not -9. Because a negative multiplied by a negative is positive. So -3 multiplied by -3 is +9. And so we have, and next we have -3 multiplied by 4 is going to be, of course, -12. We have these two vectors here, 30 and 16 and -16, 9 and -12, and we're going to add them. And so, what is 30 plus 9? What is 30 plus 9? So we're going to add 30 and 9. What is 30 plus 9? 30 plus 9 is indeed 39. Now, what is -16 and 12? -16 plus 12. Sorry, -16 plus -12. Well, if you owe me $16 and you owe me $12, the total amount of money that you owe me is $28. Okay, so you owe me $28. So that means that -20. So that means that -16 plus -12 is actually -28. And you can put in your calculator to verify. Okay, now, so we have actually completed AI. So they're telling us that Z, or I just say we have found that Z is actually equal to 39, negative 28. So this is the column vector Z. So next we have defined the magnitude of X, the magnitude of X. So this is done. We need to find the magnitude of X. Now let's consider what X is. We know that X is 15 and negative 8. And so in order to find the magnitude of X, and that's how we denote the magnitude of X, we have X, the vector X, put an arrow to denote the X, and we put these two bars, right? We put X arrow, we put the vector X inside these two bars here. Okay, these two vertical bars. They look like the absolute value sign. And so we have X, and this is the symbol, this very same symbol, is a symbol for saying, hey, find the magnitude of X. Okay, so what is the magnitude of X? Well, in order to find the magnitude of X, the only thing we need to do is we need to take 15, take 15, square 15, take negative 8, square negative 8, add those two numbers, and then take the square root. What do I mean? So 15 is the first number. That's the top entry. So we say 15 squared. And what is 15 squared? 15 squared means 15 times 15. All right. And then we consider 8 squared. I'm sorry, negative 8 squared. And what is negative 8 squared? Negative 8 squared is simply negative 8 multiplied by negative 8. And so we add them. And then we must take the square root. And this is how we find the magnitude of X. Okay, so what is 15 squared? Well, 15 squared is 15 times 15. And 15 times 15 is indeed 225. 225. Now, what is 8 squared? Well, 8 squared is indeed 8 times 8. And what is 8 times 8? Well, 8 times 8 is 64. Now, we cannot forget to put our square root sign that remains. Now, what is 225 multiplied by, what is 225 added by 64? So 225 plus 64. Now, that would be 289. Okay, 289. Now, what is the square root of 289? Now, when we say the square root of 289, we're basically saying what number, right, I can use to multiply by itself to give me 289. Again, what number I could use to multiply by itself to give me 289. And you can put it in your calculator, the square root of 289, and you will get, or you should get, 17. Because 17 times 17 is indeed 289. And so there you have it. That is how we calculate the magnitude of X. So the magnitude of X is 17. And when we say magnitude, we mean the size of X. So if the vector X looks something like this, we're basically saying is that the magnitude of this vector is basically how long, right? How long is this vector? We can clearly see which direction it's going, but how long is it, right? What is its size? And that's what magnitude is. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.